So how did you get into being a director and producer for documentaries? How did that come about?
I've been a musician and a songwriter most of my life, and I love music, and it is the most addicting thing in my life, but the most frustrating thing in my life. Is just so hard. It's a difficult industry that I'm still, I feel like everything else I've done, I've been able to put the puzzle together much faster. Perhaps I should just quit, but I'm unwilling. So I've had a lot of learning experiences. And so, one day I just said, I have never really tried the medium of film. I've messed around with it a few times, but I want to try to tell a story in film. And so I went to some of my clients and said, hey, I'm going to try to do this. Would you donate and support? We're going to tell a story about a little boy with Down syndrome who plays t-ball, try to raise some money for special needs. And I'm going to try to learn this skill set. And if I can learn it, it'll be beneficial to all of us. And thankfully, I had a few who said yes. And I went and made my first short film. It was like 7 minutes long. And then we got 2 Emmy nominations and we won an Emmy. And so my business partner Jack's like, you should probably do some more of that. And I was like, yeah, maybe you're right. So I just started doing more and more of it. And interestingly, by the way, what I love about film the most, because of my unique ability and my skill set, film to me is actually a tool that opens doors that I would have a hard time otherwise opening. Like I've interviewed Tony Robbins 3 times. If I wasn't doing it for films, like I have a podcast, my podcast's not big enough yet to have Tony Robbins on, most likely. I mean, I haven't asked him. I could, but I try to wait till there's value. I'm providing value and not just asking for favors, or till I do a favor before I ask for another one. So it's really, I have a concept of if you want something in life, shoot three steps beyond it, and then what you get is it becomes very obvious that you should have gotten it because you actually went beyond it. So it's just a natural progression of what you would get along the way. I don't know if I articulated that very well, but that's how I approach it. And then so film, I think what I'm trying to share here too is that film to me became a strategy for achieving relationships with people who I desire relationships with. And so sometimes it's not always what you see on the surface. There's always the iceberg concept, right? It's not always what you see on the surface is the real reason behind someone does what they do. Now, I enjoy film. I enjoy the output we do. I really do love it. But I think what I love the most is the relationships I gain from the deep time I get to spend with people.